Hello all and welcome back to Sunsaw Gaming. So today, carrying on with my little map overviews that I was doing, we're going to be going to mines, and we're just going to focus on the main central gameplay of mines to start with. I will be releasing another mines video, which will be in the future, just with some of the extra sneaky things we do on mines, but we're going to get right into it. Before I do though, never go to the town at the start, guys. It's just never go to the cap circle at the start of this match. It's not necessary. Not at all. Anyway, let's get right into it. Hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't already, and smash that like button. Right, so as I said in the intro here, never take your heavies to town straight off the bat. Now you can see the enemy team, they've got 3 super heavies and a Chieftain Mark 6. Now, those tanks with a couple of Death Stars behind them and a 268, I mean, this match could have gone sour really easily if these guys had played their cards right. But this map being what it is, people tend to engage in one spot and not move. This is one of those small maps where a heavy tank can flank. Now, we're all going to do the right thing to start off with, except for our light tank. From this side of the map, if you're in a light tank, take the fucking hill. Just as fast as you can up the hill. You're going to get there before the enemy every single time from this side of the map. But our light tank, as you can see, he's over this side, being a complete muppet. He's not going to last long. If you don't want to take the hill in the light tank, go out to the left. Go to the bloody water. Alright, you can get some damn good cross shots on this hill from out of that water. And I know this because it's one of the spots that I use that I will be showing in a future video for this this map here. But right here, we're just gonna fucking talk about these super heavies and what's going on. That Chieftain, he got nuked trying to get up this hill at the start. Okay, great play by my team focusing on the strongest hull down tank on the enemy team. However, at this point, at least 2 of their super heavies, I reckon the VK and the Mouse, should have left the hill. They're not doing their team any good here. They're in the way, they're stopping their team from backing up, and they're just being detrimental. But, sorry about that, I just had an alarm pop up. But anyway, they should have backed off. At this point, after engaging the hill and getting those early shots on anything that may try to go to the middle, those 2 tanks should have gone to cap. Alright, they should have gone to the cap circle. Not at the start, like I say. Come to the hill, engage the hill first, and this being such a small map, you can pull back and rotate around to that cap circle area. And what that would do is that would have put massive pressure on my team. It probably would have pulled a TD away from the TD position so they weren't looking at this hill. It may have even pulled these other 2 heavies away from this hill, as I've seen happen so many times on this match, on this map. So engage the hill to start with, guys. But if you have a team lineup like the enemy has here, rotate. Use those super heavies in the cap circle. It's about the only time I will recommend it. Because fighting these trading shots on this hill with tanks that have long reloads, poor gun depression, and all of the weak spots in the turrets, this is not an ideal place for them to be fighting. So that VK100 and the Chieftain would have been all they needed with the 2 Death Stars behind them to hold this hill. But they don't do that, and that is the enemy team's biggest mistake. Now you can see absolutely nobody in this match is using any other section of the map except for this middle channel. And the 2 TDs behind us, the T110E4 and the Grill, they're going to get very little damage in this match. I mean, the T110E4, I think he ends up getting 0 damage because the enemy are just not able to progress up this hill and over the top. The Grill, he's only going to get a little bit of damage himself, because again, the enemy team cannot progress over the top. So if you're in those tanks, again, you can go out to the water, you can get the cross shots in there, you can deal with their TDs from out that side as well. And I do it all the freaking time, I do. So we will go over that in a future match. But this here is just straight up Mines gameplay. Get yourself into this position if you've got a hull down tank. Stay as left as you can and you will avoid being shot by their TDs. If you stay on the right hand side over there, you've got to be looking for opportunities to rotate to the cap and opportunities to be able to push up onto the center of the hill. That's the only reason you should take the inside right on this hill. If you're not taking the inside right, stick to the left, stay safe behind cover from their TDs, and just use your hull down. Use your turret, use your movement, and just don't get shot. But the enemy team have lost this. I'm going to push in here because I see our Death Star is wanting to drop over the back to shoot this guy, so I want to take his attention, which is exactly what I do. The Death Star gets the kill. I get very lucky here. The chaser bounces off of me, and this is all just clean up from this point on. Now you're going to see a curious Taco fly in here with the grill, trying to get some damage at the end of the game. I mean, he has to. That's about all the damage Curious is going to get there. And the T110E4 also 0 damage. You don't need everybody in the middle. Use that water side. Use it. By all means. You can rotate on this map so well. It's ridiculous. So, guys, we're just going to recap that match. Don't go to the cap circle at the start. Okay? If you start on this side of the map, push your light tank or medium tank onto the hill. It's where you can get to before the enemy. I mean, you may take a shot, but it's a good spot to control, and taking one shot to hold it is worth it. If you're not going to take those spots, go to the water, and I will show you those spots in a future video. But go to the water, go play that side, get some cross shots in. You can hit the tanks that come up high on the hill, you can hit the tanks as they reverse off the hill as you progress forward, and you can also get shots on their tank destroyers while staying safe behind a rock over on the water side. You're going to see some of that in this next match from the enemy team here, but this match, again, it's all going to be played in the middle. Now, we are watching Overwatch from the Primetime clan. He's in Type 61, which is a medium tank. He does something I normally would not recommend. If you're in a medium tank, I don't recommend fighting on the hill like a heavy tank. But in saying that, just watch. From this side of the map, he knows he cannot get onto the middle before the enemy team. He knows this. And he's not going to play for the middle. He's not going to play for the central hill. And it's going to work out in his favour. Now, the enemy team also, they make a big blundering mistake. One of their mediums decides he's going to try and use a heavy to get onto the middle hill. Don't try and use your heavies as armour to get onto the middle hill, guys. Just use your speed. Get up there first, and you will succeed, mate. But Overwatch is just going to pull up. He's going to sit here behind this rock, which is a smart move for a medium tank if you're not going to contest the hill. Again, it's not what I would do. I would be out where their tank destroyer is on the outside. And he's just popped a shell into that E75. He's actually behind a little bush down there, and I will show you that bush and how to use it in a future video where that tank destroyer is out on the water there. And it's what you need to do. It's what you need to do, right? This team is playing this map perfectly, and the enemy team, they're not doing a bad job of it. They're actually doing a lot better than the last team we just watched. As you can see, there's a T49 Hornet who is also out on the water side there, and he's able to get cross shots into the E75 that's up here, able to get cross shots into all of these tanks as they push forward, and he's going to farm some damage from these guys. Now, Overwatch is doing what a heavy should. Staying held down, peeking once he's got a reload, and just shooting the easiest target. The easiest target. Now, that's all you got to do on this hill. It's so simple. And as you guys can see, there's no need to go to the cap circle at all. There's none. There's no reason for this match to go to the cap circle. Now, this WZ, he kind of got himself pushed off the hill, which puts him in a bad spot. The standard beat, who knows what he's up to. He should never have been in cap. He should have been up this hill or out on the water as well. But he's going to sit here, he's going to get farmed out, and he's going to die. So put your tanks in the correct positions, guys. If you are in a medium or light, get up this hill if you're on the red side. If you can't get up this hill, or you don't want to risk trying for this hill, go out to the water. You can still control this hill entrance from out there safely. And I mean, look, the guys that are out in the water, they have been farming damage this whole time, and they have not really had anyone to contend with. They haven't been shot at, they haven't been the center of attention, and it's the right thing to do, so long as you can do it and support your team and, you know, not lose this hill. Now, the only reason they lost this hill is because Overwatch here is just being super OP in this medium tank, playing it like a heavy, and just using that damage per minute of this tank just to really farm the enemy, and he does a great job of it, so well done Overwatch. But we're at the end game here, and as you can see, the heavy tank on Overwatch's team has finally woken up. He's just going to push himself in. Now, Overwatch knows that there's going to be a TD sitting in that TD bush. People were getting shot by him earlier. He may not be lit, but you know he's there. So Overwatch is not going to push out. He's going to wait for this silly heavy who has just woken up to take that shot for him. And he's going to push out. Now, he's going to avoid that T-49 Hornet. He's a very dangerous tank, yes. He does have a long reload, yes. But he's also very quick, and chasing around is not going to be a smart move. So, pull up here, clear out your heavies, then worry about what is left over on the water. I mean, there's not much more to say for this video. Play that hill, play it smart. If you can't contest the hill, use the other options that this map has available. There are a lot of them. If you are a very heavy tank, even if you're not like a super heavy tank, if you've got sort of a semi-quick tank like the Chieftain would do exactly, and you can't contest the hill, then rotate away from the hill around the cap circle section. You've just got to make sure you bait the enemy to you and use your TDs, because the TDs that sit back here where Overwatch currently is will rotate to shoot at the cap circle if there is a pressure push there. So bait them in that way if you have to. If you can't contest the hill, bait the enemies through the cap circle. It's what you can do, but don't sit there and try to cap. It's never going to work. You may see it every so often work, but that's like a 1 in 100 chance. So don't do it. Alright guys, I hope this video was helpful in some way to you. The next one will show you a lot more advanced tactics for this map, and we'll go over all of that. So thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there for me, and until next time, stay safe, use cover. Cheers.